Peter Charles here of Peter Charles Photography, and we're out going for a walk with the Voigtländer 27mm f2 mounted on my X-Pro3. It's a beautiful day, gorgeous, 8 degrees Celsius. I mean, you can't beat that in the middle of February in Canada. No snow, a little bit of ice on the water. Absolutely gorgeous day. So, might as well be out with the camera than sitting at home. So let's see what we can get.
Before we start looking at the images, just be aware that I've put them through Silver FX Pro, so you can't really use these as a lens test. I've added vignetting and done other things to the images, so look at them more as the potential of the lens rather than how sharp it is or anything of that nature. This image of a railway bridge concrete abutment doesn't really follow compositional rules all that well. But that makes it appealing to me, as it gives it a little bit of an uncomfortableness in the cold concrete, the cold water, and the cold steel. And that's what I was after, much like a composer using dissonance in music to do the same effect, create a little bit of uncertainty or discomfort. I was standing on a dock looking down at this rotten ice that probably is too soft to even support a kitten. And I noticed that little melted spot that looked like a baby fractal. So I thought it was kind of cute and built a composition around it. I went up along the rail line to photograph these grain silos, only to find out they've been demolished. And all that is left of them is these piles of broken concrete. And then I saw the two birds up the top and I thought, why not? Let's give it a shot. I couldn't get any closer to the birds thanks to a fence surrounding the piles of rubble, so I was forced to shoot in a landscape and crop into a portrait mode. Standing on a dock, looking down at the ice, it gave me the impression of a festival where the photographer took a picture and there was two trees in the frame. They were a little out of focus, resulting in these bokeh effects from the bright spots of light, and really it's just ice. I've photographed this old railway bridge many times, and never quite satisfied with the results. I think this one's an improvement on what I've produced before, and the angles are rather interesting, and so is the lighting and the clouds behind it. So, I think I'll keep this one. This to me looked like an elliptical galaxy with two evil black holes in it, stretching out their tentacles to snare unwary stars. Of course, I know black holes don't have tentacles, but it's a little bit of poetic license. Anyway, I think it looks rather interesting the way it all came together. I saw that little weed floating in a little puddle of meltwater, and I thought I could do something with it, and it's kind of echoed in the crack in the ice that's melting away. And so I think it came together rather well. They have these three old vents in the middle of the park that used to sit on the roof of the old mill. And the rust on the sides sort of looked like a Neanderthal cave painting. So I went with it, kept it in black and white, and got some interesting effects out of it. I thought the tree with the rotten ice and the wispy clouds in the sky looked rather neat, and then along came some Canada geese and kind of completed the picture. However, they shouldn't really be there in February in Canada. These strolling women casting their long shadows, walking amongst those bare, menacing-looking branches, kind of looked like a metaphor of going through life, and so that's why I shot it in this fashion. That completes my trip around Waterford Ponds. I hope you liked the images and also got an idea of what that little 27mm can actually produce. It's a fun lens to use, and I really enjoy having it on the camera. Cheers.